Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Stacy from my petite garden. Today I have compiled some of my current favorite plants that I have growing in my collection. Since spring is almost here, I wanted to quickly highlight some of the plants that I'm currently really enjoying. Starting off with my Syngonium Pink Splash. I absolutely love the foliage on this Syngonium, and I personally think that this is probably one of the prettiest Syngoniums out there. The pink splash on the leaves can vary from big splotches to little speckles, so every new leaf is a surprise. I also have some new growth coming in, and I'm so excited to see what this will look like. Next is my Hoya Cigilatus Species assay. I love the regular Hoya Cigilatus, but this one has much more larger and thicker leaves. The specimen that I have here also seems to have some splashing to it, and when it's given enough light, I noticed that the margins can also turn this dark purple. And I love any type of Hoya that can sun stress nicely, so this is really just right up my alley. The leaf that you see here is its newest fully formed leaf. I think it's still hardening off, but this leaf was actually just emerging when the plant was shipped to me, so I was pretty happy that it made it. I was expecting it to be maybe a little bit deformed and whatnot from the shipping, but considering all that, it turned out pretty good, and it's already starting to put out a whole new set of leaves. This here is my Raphidophora Tetrosperma, and this has got to be one of the oldest plants in my collection. The leaves on this has gotten pretty large over the years, and a lot of the newer foliage actually started putting out some mid-rib fenestrations as well, which makes me very excited. And you can see how large the leaves are compared to my hand, and I'm so happy with how it's growing. Here you can see on one of the leaves that has the mid-rib fenestration, or some people call it secondary fenestrations, which are basically the holes that you see here. That's very common on like monsteras. I'm really thrilled with this because I personally don't see a lot of Raphidophora Tetrospermas that are grown as houseplants that have the mid-rib fenestrations. So this was just a very nice surprise because I have been growing this plant for quite some time now. This plant is also constantly putting out new growth from multiple growth points, so you can see here the lighter green leaves, like the one I'm holding here, they're all brand new leaves that have not yet hardened off. And you see another one on the right side as well, and that one you can see it just a tiny little mid-rib fenestration right there. Next, I'm happy to bring back the Paciflora Trifasciata. For those of you who are looking for an update on this plant, she is doing well, slowly growing. And she has also managed to latch herself onto her neighbor, which is my golden pothos. This plant is always looking for something to latch onto, so I think I'll let her grow together with my pothos and see what happens. This here is my variegated Peperomia Scandans. I think this is one of those underrated plants that has very beautiful variegated leaves, and it is also so easy to care for. The leaves are a bit more on the succulent side for Peperomia, so it doesn't really require as much water as some of the other thinner leaved ones. I actually once posted a photo of this on my Instagram, and some of you guys actually thought that this was a Hoya hanging in the background of my photo, and it's not. It's actually a Peperomia that not a lot of people talk about, so here it is. This one here is the Philodendron or the Raphidophora Xanadu. This one actually reminds me a lot of the Philodendron mayoi in terms of the foliage shape, but the way this grows is very different. I love how it fans out and really makes an impact on your plant space. I have a new leaf emerging at the moment in the center there. And it hasn't grown all winter, so I'm really happy to see that it's starting to grow again now that spring is coming. Another one that noticed spring is here is my Philanthus Mirabilis. Mine went into dormancy in late fall and was pretty much just a potato since then, and it has now woken up and is growing again. The foliage on mine is a deep burgundy color because I have it right under my grow lights, but I have grown this by an east-facing window before where it had greener foliage. The last one I want to highlight for you guys will be my Hoya Bilobata. This is probably the fullest and luscious Hoya that I have in my collection. It's super easygoing and it grows pretty quickly. And I especially love it when the foliage is light stressed because it has those deep purple margins on the outside. Mine is currently in bloom as well, and there are multiple peduncles on this plant. It's been blooming for the past month, and right now you can see there is just one about to open up. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys enjoy this type of video where I highlight some of my plants, let me know and I can do it more often so I can share the various different plants in my collection. Okay, so I'll see you all next time, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. Bye!